So I'm talking about life force, Kundalini energy with Hecate tonight. Getting some lessons in, writing it down, and I decided I was going to record this video as an example for y'all kind of like how my conversations with Hecate go, the telepathically or mentally, I should say, how it goes, kind of. So that's what this video is going to be, and I'm just going to continue to just learn from her about Kundalini life energy, and I'm just going to share how that goes on this video. So life force is basically your own survival and self-interest, okay? I'm just giving y'all a little bit of the information that she's already taught me right now. And then I'll get into continuing to just ask her questions or just learn from her and record that as well. But basically, she started off telling me that your life force is where you put your attention, where you put your energy. It's the energy of your being itself, okay? So where you devote your attention, your energy, your physical presence, your mental energy, your focus, all of that, wherever you're putting all of your being is where your life force is going into, okay? So I think everyone inherently knows what is for their highest good, okay? I'll say it like that. You know what is for your own self-interest. Your highest good can be defined as what is in your own self-interest for survival and for your greatest joy. What do you find joy in love, okay? Those things together, your survival and your joy, your passion, your love, is your life force, okay? That is your highest good. And we can compromise that by doing things that are not for our highest good, okay? That means risking your life in any way. If you're doing something risky, that's compromising the part of your life force that's about survival, okay? And also, too, when you do things that are against your pleasure, against your joy, against your love, you're also compromising your own life force energy, okay? And now also, too, this is involved with relationships, okay? Where you sacrifice and compromise your own joys, your own happiness, your own basic survival needs to other people, okay? So this could be bad relationships that you're having. If you're in a bad relationship in any aspect or area of your life, that's compromising your greatest joy. And so some of your life force energy is being sacrificed to that, okay? This is the true understanding of how psychic vampirism works. When you have psychic vampires and stuff like that, that's how they're feeding on you, okay? So this is important information, you guys. This is about severing ties where it's needed. Okay. So that's basically so far what Hecate has told me so far. now I'm going to get into just a conversation with her and continue on with this lesson and just share that on here. So I didn't actually think about how I'm going to do this. Basically, usually I ask something in my mind and then Hecate responds in my mind, okay? That, or she just tells me things like in my mind or whatever. I don't have to ask the question at all and she'll just tell me. So I guess I'm just going to speak aloud how this goes, okay? I've never done this before, y'all, so I did not think about how I was going to record that. A two-way conversation coming from one person's own mind or one person's own mouth. I did not think about that, but let's just see what happens, okay? So your awakened life force is what I should say is your Kundalini awakening is when that life force energy, your survival and highest good, or whatever that is for you, is awakened, or what we call as your Kundalini awakening, is when that life force energy, which is basically the will of your highest good for your survival and for your greatest joy, ascends up the rest of your chakras into your crown chakra, okay? Which exits from the top of your head, and the Kundalini is at the base chakra, at the base of your spine. So when that energy awakens and rises up to your crown chakra, what happens is that you become a whole person. At the deepest spiritual level, you become a self-actualized person. You become a fully God conscious person, because there's different levels of God consciousness that you go through. And you get to the most highest one when your Kundalini awakens, okay? And so what does that mean practically? Or what does that mean at the practical applied level is that you become your own, you begin to see yourself as a growing thing that you are, okay? You understand that you are a growing, living being, okay? Like a plant that you're gardening, all right? You see yourself as a growing thing, okay? And so that means that the will that we call your highest good, or your higher will, which is about your survival and your greatest joy, okay, is understood as what nurtures your self-growth, because you are a growing living thing. So your own life force is supposed to be nurturing you through your life. You're your own self-gardener. You're your own God, okay? Where you tend yourself, you will see that you're pursuing to your highest good, okay? And that means that the people that we are around, the relationships that we're in, our environment, our job, like our work, whatever that is, everything that you're doing in your life, everything that's part of your being whatsoever, that you put your being into, I should say, is like the soil and the watering and the nutrients that are growing yourself, okay? So you have to be your own self-gardener. You have to be your own self-God. Okay? That's what this means. In every aspect and area of your life, you are growing yourself. And you're either doing a shitty job or a good one. Okay? That's the truth of it. And that's the truth that a lot of people are scared of to face, or they are just deceiving themselves so they don't want to face it. They don't want to accept that responsibility of being their own self-God, their own God consciousness. Or they're just too lazy to. There's a lot of different things that can be blocking you from it, okay? And that's why we have the chakra system and spiritual knowledge to begin with. It's because this is the way of being your own self-God, controlling yourself, growing yourself for the highest good, for your own highest good. And now there's no judgment here, because we are all at different levels and stages of growth. So when there might be some people that benefit each other at the level that they're at of growth and the stage at their end of growth and growing. And then those same people can turn around and not benefit you. They could take away from you, okay? And then vice versa. There might be some aspects or relationships that you're taken away from and you don't even know it either, or have understood it that way. But there could be relationships where you're taking away from the people, their life force, okay? So there's no judgment here. It is what it is. We're all at different stages and levels of it. And the whole reason we have spiritual knowledge is to become self-aware of what level of growth we are at, or what level of growth that we are in. But not only for that, but also then to start controlling it. Controlling your own energy. Your chakras and your Kundalini are an energy field, okay? Your chakras and your Kundalini are the internal mechanisms. That's why some people call them the spiritual organs, because they are vital systems and real things that have to be kept healthy in order to keep your aura itself functioning properly and working properly, okay? And towards your highest good. So your entire aura is like a biosphere around your body, okay? Now, your higher mind controls that. Once again, where you put yourself is like the soil and the nutrients and the watering to your own self-growth, okay? The relationships in your life, they're either contributing to or taking away from your own self-growth. You are a living being, your biosphere and your physical body, okay? So basically, where you're putting that is either growing you better or it's actually taken away from you. So this also has to do with your health, okay? Your health is involved with this. You're controlling your own health. So think of it like that. From every perspective, this is the energy of being your own self-God, your own self-God consciousness. Everything. You have to accept responsibility for everything that you're doing. Okay? And like I said, you know what's your own highest good. You know what's good for your survival. You know what's good for your own highest pleasure and joy. And you know where you're not pursuing that or not. Okay? You are responsible. Now, people fear that. But in reality, it is the best thing to know and to accept, because, like I said, there's no judgment. We're all at different levels, in different stages of growth, in different phases. So, it doesn't matter where you're at. When you accept this knowledge, it is the key to then taking it in the right direction, all right? I'm sorry, y'all. Vesta was in here acting crazy. I had to lock her out of the room. But, it's like another level of initiation, okay? That's really what it is, too. This is the end goal of every religion or spiritual path, is to get to your own God consciousness, okay? So, that's why they're all called mystery schools. And they teach the lesser and the greater mysteries, alright? This is the greater mystery. Okay? This is the one that is the end goal of every mystery school. It's the highest attainment. And, you know, some people just don't really want it, and they don't know that. But in reality, it is the highest goal. It's the highest form of consciousness. And it is the true self at the same time. It really is your true self. It's your soul's own true self. We really are our own God. Okay? Now, I only have 2 minutes left on this video, so I think, well, I was just going to say one more thing, I think, that's coming through, and that is kind of about, once again, of the biosphere that your aura is. I'm going to go ahead and save it, because I'm going to do a separate video about the Merkaba light body, and this ties into that. Your aura is like the seed, okay? So your presence itself is the seed of your Merkaba light body, alright? I'll just say it like that at the end of this video. But when I get into the next video, that's going to be actually about your Merkaba light body itself. I'll go into way more detail and break that down for y'all. But before you even get into the Merkaba, you have to have the Kundalini awakening, okay? Because like I said, it's the seed of it. Yeah. It's the chariot. I'll say it like that. Well, blessed be you guys, and I hope that you learned from this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions.